What's up, folks? Chris with Chess Sports Cards here. We are doing 2022 Bowman Draft Lite quarter case break number 12. We got 9:57 on the clock. We're starting at 10, so just hang out for a minute. We'll get rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yo, what's up, buddy? All right, what's up, guys? Chris with Chess Sports Cards here. Sorry, fixing the microphone. We are doing 2022 Bowman Draft Lite quarter case break number 12. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially for anybody who's new to the channel, welcome. Bit about us, we've been around for 5 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as we can, usually within a day or two of the break. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks. When we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want a chance to get into a future free break, just hit the old subscribe button. All right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Leonardo R. Braves, Rich L. Orioles, Dale D. Red Sox, Jason H. Cubs, Thomas T. White Sox, Joseph U. Reds, Rick S. Guardians, Brandon G. Rockies, Drew N. Tigers, Matthew M. Royals, Matthew W. Astros, Chris H. Angels, Casey M. Dodgers, Matthew W. Brewers, Jason B. Twins, Brandon A. Mets, Stephen G. Yankees, John E. A's, William B. Phillies, Drew N. Pirates, Casey M. Cardinals, Drew N. Padres, Robert H. Giants, Jason H. Mariners, Timothy A. Rays, Adam G. Rangers, Matthew G. Blue Jays, Jason H. And finally, Nationals, Robert P. All right, Brandon, thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can't get you some A little first time mojo going. All right, let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. For anybody who's in Tuesday's breaks, those cards are out and on their way. The stuff from Sunday all went out, but then my postman, my trusty dusty postman who came and picked them all up, said that they didn't scan the sheet until like the next day. So they are on their way. They did scan it, and they actually went on Tuesday. I don't think it scanned until Wednesday. So. Da, 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 da. Chris, Rich, what's up, boys? All right, let's see what we got to do now again. Nonsense with these packs. That's what you got to do. If I could pick them up, it'd be even better. Oh, I picked up a refractor. There's a Nate Furman refractor. So the rumor is now they're not going to replay that Bengals-Bills game. I wonder how they figure that out. I mean, Cox, Cappy, Juan, and Drew Gilbert, Invicta. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm not paying close attention to the AFC, but I know those two teams are pretty close for the number one seed or top seed. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Black and white, Anthony Gutierrez for Tejas. For Matthew. Ow! You twisted your ankle getting in your truck. Would you slip on some snow or ice or something? Yowzer, that's not fun. Kempner, Baez, Davis, Sprinkle, and a refractor of De Los Santos. All cards ship in every break, my friend. Yep, the paper ships. We don't do any of that nonsense of selling other people's cards to other people. We don't do that nonsense around here. All cards ship from every break, my friend. Henry Williams, San Diego. Ray Wave. From my man Robert. Williams, Alvarez, Leonardo. It is literally the reason why I started breaking so long ago. Either people who don't ship base or sell base cards to as another spot, to me, is absolutely criminal. Melton, Ortega, Ray, Justin Boyd, Aqua for Cincinnati, and Verling. Oh, on the running board? Why, was it icy? Yeah, that's the worst. So if you haven't been in a Bowman break with me before, because I know there's some new people here tonight, a few new people. So, yes, as I just said, we ship all cards. We sleeve and top load parallels, variations, hits, obviously. There's a Johnson, Young. Any of the top chromes, the top guys' chromes, we sleeve and top load. What's that light hitting weird? All first refractors get sleeved and top loaded. Michael Knorr, like this Michael Knorr right here, that will be sleeved and top loaded. Because Lord knows where Michael Knorr will be a few years from now. He could be a Cy Young candidate. And then papers of Holiday also get sleeved and top loaded. So we, especially with Bowman, get a little crazy with the top loading around here. Rafaela on the back. Oh, I literally, Brandon, it's the reason why I started breaking 5 years ago. Because I couldn't believe, and I was actually in a break with a guy I won't say their name, but Errol Vera refractor that I used to break with a little bit back in the day, but hadn't in a few years. And I was in a Bowman break with them last spring. And I thought the same thing. And I actually emailed him. I was like, you're shipping base now? No, we don't ship base. I'm like, I don't know how anybody gets away with that. I really don't. Alex Freeland for the Dodgers. Ray Wave. For Matthew. Like, I just, it's one of those things that you buy the team, you should get the cards from the team that you buy. Seems like a pretty simple equation to me. Triantos, Coffee, and for San Francisco, Reggie Crawford. Numbered 190 of 199. Man, my hands don't work. My hands will calm down. I know they're like a mess right now. Medicine's kicking in. All right, Astros. There we go. Let's go, Astros. San Francisco is Jason. There you go. It's Reggie Crawford. We pulled the plate of him last week. Guardians, Blackjack, and Milbrandt. Jace Jung, Jet Williams, Zach Nito. That's the one that gets me even more is when they sell the base as a separate spot. That's even more. That's Valerio, Noel, Prado, and Baker. That's the one that really gets me. Hernandez refractor. I mean, obviously people are willing to break with someone who does that. It just it baffles me. I mean, granted, it's nice when you don't ship base. You can get through a case in 30 minutes or whatever. But Blake Burkhalter for the Bravos. For Rich. Because you can take, 70% of the case and just push it aside. I don't know. And then the latest one I enjoy is the random base, which I don't get that one either. I mean, I suppose give them credit for sending the base, but to just randomly give you base of anyone, especially if you buy a top team, that's crazy to me. Kyle Manzardo for Tampa Bay on the Aqua. One guards, pair Guardians. Yeah. All right. Let's see. You never know. Gabriel Hughes refractor. It's always good to call it out. You never know when the card gods might be listening. La, la, la. I feel like I'm off here, but we'll figure it out. I don't understand why they decided to put them 8 separate ways now. Duncan, Hendrick, and for Boston, Cutter Coffee. 69 of 99. 69 of 99. I should have like a Harrington refractor. Should have like a bounty on that. Boston is Jason. There you go, buddy. McFarland, Hanson, Rincones, and Elijah Green, heir apparent. You got another Terrio. Well, let's put it this way, Chris. If Terry becomes a player, you're going to be a very happy guy. Harry Ford on the Ray Wave. For Timothy. The Lauder. De Los Santos, Fabian Hendrick, the Lauder, and Snelling, first refractor. Yeah, well, don't watch the last break. Although this is from a fresh case, so that doesn't really matter. But we pulled a Ray Wave Holiday Auto the other night out of a Lite box. It's a monster hit. So, but these boxes are from a fresh case, so let's hope we can find you one too. That would be awesome. I mean, autos out of here are tough as it is, but all right, box number 2. Global. Rafaela. Hernandez, Campbell, Gilbert, Cuvée, and Hendrys Mendez. First refractor. Yes, I am a chef. I was a restaurant chef for 31 years. Now I own my own company. I own a chain of cafes. I have 9 of them, although only 2 of them are open now since the pandemic. I still have the other 9. They're just sitting there closed for now. I went to Johnson Wales University. I have a degree in culinary arts, the whole 9 yards. Keaton Wallace. All right. But I'm older now. I've worked in kitchens since I was 11 years old. So it's been a long time. Gutierrez Invicta and Manzardo a refractor. Terry would probably be a better hitter if his hand wasn't so far from signing thousands of water. You should send him that. You should write him and tell him that. That would be funny. Vasquez, Ray Wave. Hughes, Cappy, Sprinkle. Rocker, Cross, Jordan, Parada, and Jacob Melton. First refractor. 3 of them, really? Well, that's not bad. I mean, Torrey Hunter autos are always good to have. I have a Torrey Hunter from Pristine, one of the encased ones. The Vasquez for Kansas City is Matthew. Here you go, buddy. For the Phillies, Rincones, Ray Wave. Nice one there. For Drew, Williams, DeLauder. All right, Cabrera, Vaquero. Let's see what we got here. Christopher Piccolo, I guess you would say that. I'm not sure how to say his name. Sparkle, not numbered. And then behind that, there's another one, nice one for the Rockies. Ryan Ritter, blue. Numbered, I thought there was another 69, 59, 150. The old Ryan Ritter. Rockies is Drew. And Noel refractor for the Guardians. I'm sorry, I just meaning to sleeve them for time purposes. Every once in a while, I pick up a top loader by accident. Oh, and the Cubs is Thomas on the Sparkle. Chai Sox, gotcha, buddy. See what we can do. Speaking of the paper base spot, I just won the spot of all the paper base, whole case of Lite. Well, yeah, I don't think that's a bad deal. I just don't think it's right to even sell paper based. I mean, I think that's my problem was always that why wouldn't you get the team you paid for? you know, 273 or 499. And especially now, look, so I've been breaking for 5 years myself, but I started buying into breaks, geez, 13 years ago when there was not a lot of people doing it. And okay, base cards back then had really no value, but there are a lot of base cards that do have some value now. Zach Neto draft and Jonathan Class refractor. And that's one of those things to me. I mean, especially with the money you may spend for a spot, you take, the couple chromes. Let's say you don't hit, but let's say you get a couple chromes, maybe a refractor, and 5 or 6 base. Even if they only sell for $2 a piece, it still adds up, So it's just kind of the way I look at it. So, ooh, there we go. T-Mar Johnson, black and white Rayway for the Pirates. Very nice, Casey. Nice hit, buddy. Here, we'll give you a little clap on that one. Fabian. And the funny thing was, back when before I broke and I used to buy into breaks, I was in a couple of breaks where I wanted the base. And I even contacted the breaker and was like, hey, listen, no, we don't ship base. Like, okay. And they give you the whole story, the same story every freaking breaker that doesn't ship base does it. Oh, we donate them to the local hospitals and this and that. I looked into that. Local hospitals do not want your cards. I called Children's Hospital Philadelphia. They were like, yeah, no, thank you. And I was like, well, I could repack them and you could give them no, we don't want them. So I don't know how far that story plays. I mean, I'm not saying some people don't do it, but I don't know. Danny DeAndre for the Twins. And for Brandon. And I'll be honest, I don't want them lying around here either. If I would have like 10 million cards here if I had all this base lying around. Elijah Green. Because even like now, I mean, if you take like an Elijah Green per se or Johnson or whatever paper, I don't know what they sell for right now. I'm sure you can get a few bucks for it, To me, that adds up for an expensive hobby, Walker, Mercedes, Crooks, Jonathan Class, Aqua, and Mason Barnett, Refractor. Who's got the Astros on my first ring? Nice, Chris. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, that's exactly what they do with them. They sell them on eBay in lots. Because if you take, all the Chase DeLauder papers, and sell them 50 or 100 in a lot, people are going to buy those. Jackson Holiday paper, Parada, So, again, I know I said this, but in a hobby that's already expensive, every dollar counts. And not everybody always agrees with what each other does. That's why there's many of us who do it, But I also think that's why you've been seeing many of them go away over the past year as things have calmed down. Too much nickel and diming, too much, I know some of you guys are new here, but a lot of the guys who are regulars and are with me every week know that that's not me, Guzman for the Angels. And I think right now with the economy the way it is and with the sale, the wind coming out of the sales a little bit in the hobby, it's still great, but all those guys who were just trying to make a ton of money off of people have been having very hard times. That's not why we're here. Jackson Holiday, Ford, Montgomery, Burkhalter, Cutter, Coffee, Refractor. Like I want to do breaks. I do breaks that people can afford, And I do. I get some guys who tell me, oh, I don't break with you because you don't do full cases or this or that. Well, I want somebody to be able to buy a spot for $20 or, not have to spend hundreds just to get a spot in a break. It's crazy to me. So just, my theory on breaking. I don't know. Zavala. Munoz. Marseille. De Jesus. Melendez. Williams. Stewart. And Jose Salas. Refractor. They all complained about the downturn in card values, like the peak was normal. It actually just come back. You're 100% right, Brandon. If you look at the long-term graph of where the hobby is and where it's been, it's actually still up. It's just not so ridiculously high like it was 18 months ago, because there was a lot of free money out there and a lot of people thought they were going to get rich quick and this and that. The thing I find amusing is these guys who post these cards on eBay for ungodly amounts of money. And you see it, and then slowly but surely, like 5 days later, it's $2,000 lower. 3 days after that, it's another grand lower. There's this one card particularly recently that's on eBay that was like 3 weeks ago was $13,000 on eBay, and I saw today it's down to $2,000. It's like, yeah, I know everybody wants to get the big hit and make the big money. Of course we do. That's part of the fun. But things are coming back a little more to normal, to where they were before. And they're still up. I mean, they really are. They really are over what it was 5 years ago. That's for sure. De La Cruz, Invicta. Barbieri, Draft, and Mesa Refractor. So we got Capstone coming up next, and then Draft, or Robert Hassel, Ray Wave. Draft Hobbies, a couple Draft Hobbies after that. Elijah Green. There's another Jackson Holiday, Parada. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we got plenty more draft. Draft is hot, of course. We got some Bowman Chrome this weekend. And 5-star, full case 5-star on Saturday night. So it'll be a fun one. Next week, National Treasures is coming out. It's always fun. We'll have some of that in. And Flawless the week after that. Flawless got pushed. It was supposed to be out this week, but De La Cruz Aqua, and there's a Jackson Holiday refractor. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. My man Dale. Picking up some holidays. I'm glad you're right. The last one we had. So the last Lite break we did, we got that black and white Ray Wave auto of them, which was a monster. But the last jumbo boxes we did, we had nothing. And not like one single card. I felt so bad. I sent the guy a mega box of update Chrome. I felt so bad. Tovar Sims. All right. Alcantara, Amador, Leonard Hall, and Pedro Pineda refractor. Grading Robert and Kyle Lewis card. You got that right. Well, grading everything too. That's another thing I find so funny. You go on eBay and you see all these graded cards being sold for like $15. Alec McFarlane, Ray Wave, for Drew. And you're like, you graded these during the pandemic. Like, it cost you more than that for the grading, But it's interesting. A lot of the get rich quick guys, they're all doing sports betting now. Ortega Refractor. They left the cards, now they're off to sports betting. Which means when I go to a show, I won't see so many briefcases anymore, which is okay with me. I have a thing about those briefcases. Especially when there's like a 12-year-old kid carrying one around. It really drives me nuts. Johnson. Allen, Manzardo, Ramos, Blackjack, Chicago, Chic Eagle, and Colby Mayo refractor. Oh no, I think Robert is a very good player. I agree with you too. If he can stay healthy, I think he'll have a very good career. The I think more the issue is people not being able to wait. You know, there's a Bolt first Ray Wave. That's a nice one for Oakland. For William. Look, don't get me wrong. I've made as many mistakes as anyone with my cards over the years, selling at the wrong time and this and that and whatever. But that's one of those instances where, like, I don't understand why you even think to sell a card of his right now. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, you're in the off season, which is always a downer for one, but like, sit on him, wait for him to try and come back. Melendez refractor is a nice one for Arizona for Leonardo. But yeah, I agree with you. He certainly has the talent. The White Sox have an injury issue in general. I think Eloy could be a player too if he could stay healthy. They got health issues over there. Maybe who's there now? Benintendi. Maybe he can get things going. Bernabel for the Rockies for Drew. Gilbert, Zach Nito, Salas, Muncy, Gonzalez. There's a Parada Aqua. Nice one for the Mets. And Drew Baker refractor. Mets is Steven. Go, buddy. Nice Parada. Robert should be good, but messed up thing was all. I was trying to prey on this. Oh, yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, look, I certainly have nothing against what happened with the hobby, you know. And I think most of the people who have been in this hobby their whole lives, like I have, and many of you have, took advantage of where we could, you know. But I think all of us also knew too that there's going to be a quick downside to this, you know. Um, and whereas you have these people who are like, oh, the hobby's master, like you said earlier, the hobby's actually doing better than it was when this nonsense all started. It's just not, Jackson Holiday, heir apparent, and Ellie refractor. People just aren't paying, absurd amounts of money. And the fact of, I have to fix the base cards over here real quick. The fact that these card companies, especially Panini, I'm sorry, they Panini should be taken out back of a shed and beaten for what they've done to this hobby. I was on their site the other day because they were selling NT first off the line on that stupid Dutch auction, which I hate. I mean, I can't tell you how much I hate this Dutch auction. This is the worst. And I started looking on there, and they're selling like one of ones of basketball players for like $80,000 and $100,000, and like they're not even game used material in the cards. I'm like, who is paying for this? Kennedy, Johnson, Sweeney, DeAndre, and Robert Moore refractor. Like, look, I don't play in that realm. Okay, there's no $80,000 cards in my near future, but I don't know. They should be ashamed of themselves for selling that stuff like that. It's insane. And I can't imagine. I know 18 months ago there might have been some people out there, but I can't imagine there's still that many people out there willing to spend that kind of money. Lamar King Jr. for San Diego on the Ray Wave. For Robert Romero, Rincones. How you make a card and put it up for tens of thousands of dollars, and it's not even like a game use patch in it is insane to me. Montgomery, Bernabel, Timar Johnson, heir apparent, and Jake Bennett, first refractor. You know, it's funny. Years ago, like, I used to hear the vintage guys all the time who are like, oh, you should buy vintage anyway, blah, 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 blah. Because I don't know that for those of you who've been in this hobby for, the bulk of your lives or, since you were kids or whatever, to me, I mean, yes, the pandemic got crazy, but this whole thing all started back in like 2013, where things started getting crazy. The Chris Bryant, Aaron Judge time. That's when things started getting a little funky. Not as crazy as it got in 2019, of course, but it started back then. And it's funny. I used to Yorkie for Boston for Jason. I used to always, the vintage guys would always be like, oh, you guys should buy vintage. And you'd be like, old man, cut it out. I don't want to hear it. I don't want any of that old junk wax. Now, the older I get, I realize they were always right. I should have just, oh, I know. There's 10 different one of ones. Yeah. It's insane. I mean, honestly, Topps is nowhere near a good company as far as customer service, product, price, anything. But if anybody is the most responsible out of the card companies, it's Panini by far. I mean, they just took advantage of everyone while they could, and they're still trying to. That's the crazy part to me. I mean, you've had two really bad draft classes, basically, with the last football and basketball class. I mean, there's a couple guys, don't get me wrong, but and maybe a year or two from now that'll prove to be wrong. Maybe they will end up being good draft classes, but they're still trying to charge prices from 2 years ago on stuff. Landon Sims, Ray Wave for Leonardo, which is crazy to me. At the beginning of this, Jackson Holiday, at the beginning of this like cycle for football cards, when they stopped finally putting out 2021 and went to 2022, you really were only chasing one guy. I mean, granted, there's some more guys you're chasing now because the season's going on and guys have had some success in this and that. But basically, everyone was, chasing the quarterback but they're still trying to charge prices like there's, 6 quarterbacks in there to chase, which is insane. Manzardo. Now, granted, things have come down some. I know that, but I still, my distributor every week calls me about football, and we do break some football every now and again around here, but sometimes they tell me the price, and I'm like, you're out of your mind. I'm not paying that. Now that everybody's trying to pump Brock Purdy up, as being the next big thing. I mean, he's been playing fine, don't get me wrong, but it's like all of a sudden they're trying to jack the prices back up on it. Well, now you can chase Brock Purdy. Really? That's the guy who's going to carry 2022? Oscar Colas, Harrington, Balcazar. There's a Parada Invicta for the Mets. And, Zach Nito refractor. It's Nito. For Casey. Nice one, bud. Oh, yeah. The just bought a really nice Milton, Bradley, Ryan, Ricky. Like vintage OPC baseball day. Yeah. It was crazy. You're right. Back in when in 2020 or 2001 with Ichiro and Pujols and them. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. That's where, like I said, that 2013 area to me is where things started getting crazy. And then, like I said, 2019 was, people were bored at home, no sports, and free money. They had to spend it somewhere. Alex DeJesus for Toronto. Goes to Jason. Yeah, Panini's redemption system is... It's funny, I was actually on there the other day because I was trying to buy some of the National Treasures first off the line, or I was thinking about it anyway. I actually didn't buy any because I have other cases coming anyway. Zach Nito, Lawler, McLean, Logan Tanner, Aqua for Cincinnati, and Dustin Harris, refractor. And I was on there, and I couldn't remember my password when I got on there. It'd been a while. Cincinnati is Rick, and I went in and realized I have like I think 18 open redemptions with them, and they go back. The most recent one I put in was from 2018. Now all of them are nothing's worth anything that I'd even complain about. It's a lot of like Rugned Odor and uh, who else was on there? I can't even remember who all was on that list. But I haven't gotten one from them in probably 3 years. And I mean, my 2018, so it's what 4 years old is my youngest one. Some of them go back to like 2014. And the funny part is, I even asked for replacements, and they don't even send replacements anymore. Vacuolar refractor. It's nuts. You're all rediscovering old hobbies and kind of big. Yeah, no, I look between that. To me, the big thing was when sports ended too. Nobody could even watch sports, and it's like they could come into a room like this, open some cards, talk about sports, being like-minded kind of situation, this and that. I think that had a lot to do with it too, and people needed something to keep themselves entertained, or else we'd all, put a gun in our mouth. Churio, Rushing, Kasevich, and there's a nice mood ring for Washington, Elijah Green. For Robert, this one there. Morabel refractor. He's doing a signing at the Twin. Hey, buddy, could you sign this? Well, look, I know I've told this story a bunch of times, but what's his name? The football player that I waited like 6 years for. Mounts for St. Louis is Drew. I don't know. And the funny part was when I was at the National, for anybody who knows or goes to the National, they have a thing where you can turn in your redemptions for these black boxes, right? But you have to sign up for it. Cole Young, Pintar, Mejia, Blackjack, and Carson Williams refractor. And you have to get like an appointment. And I went and talked to the guy before I left on the first day because there was nobody at the table. And I said, look, first of all, I didn't know that you guys even asked to make appointments. Where did you put this? And he was like, oh, it was online. Everyone saw it. I'm like, yeah, right. That's why everyone here is complaining about it. I said, look, there's nobody here. I have 18 open redemptions. How about we just settle this up now? Oh, no. Sorry. You don't have an appointment. Like, all right. Have a good day. It is ridiculous, And all these people, I was talking to a bunch of people there. They're like, oh, I have 10, 12 open. They won't even talk to me because I don't have an appointment. Acosta, Hernandez, Rodriguez. Shit, wrong pile. Melendez, draft. And Matt McLean, refractor. All right, couple more packs. And then we'll do a quick hit recap and get out of here for some capstone up next. Ooh, say we got it. Very nice. Elijah Green. Awesome. Nice hit. Ford, Johnson. My man Robert. There you go. Nice Elijah Green, Ray Wave. So we get Johnson, Green, and ooh, little gold. Here we go. Sweeney, Kermack, Hernandez, and for the Phillies, William Bergola. Shame it's not his first, but still, nice card. 47 of 50. Kid's promising to be a good prospect for the Phils. We'll see. And Midroth refractor. I'm loving it. All right, last pack of the break. Cox. Gavin Cross. McLean. And Kennedy. Luciano. Parada draft. That's weird having two, and heir apparent Drew Gilbert and Eric Hernandez refractor. All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, could not do this without you guys, and I truly, truly do appreciate it. We will be here all weekend with tons of good stuff. So if you want to come and check us out, please stop by and see us. And bear with me for a sec while I put a quick hit recap together here. Otherwise, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. And this will take just a minute. As always, man, ton of stuff from Lite boxes. All right. Well, they're not going to be in order, but we'll get through them either way. Yeah, Capstone is up next. Right after this, I'll go off for like 5 minutes so I can clean up, and then we'll be back with Capstone. Yes, sirree, Bob. Good, Brandon. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, hit recap for 2022 Bowman draft Lite quarter case break number 12. All right, so we got some mix of stuff in here, some refractors, chromes. These will all be top loaded, of course. All right, chromes of Rocker Cross, Holiday Paper, Holiday Chrome. Melendez, another Holiday Paper. Melendez Refractor, Johnson, Holiday Paper, Zagnito. Zagnito Refractor, Cole Young Chrome, Holiday Refractor, and Elijah Green Mood Ring. Numbered parallels, Bergola to 50. Let's bring this guy out. Ryan Ritter to 150. Non-numbered stuff, De La Cruz, Pacquiello. There's a Eric Brown to 499. Class, Parada, Tanner, Boyd, Cutter Coffee to 99. Manzardo and Reggie Crawford to 199. See, I got my piles all mixed up, and now they're screwing me up. All right, now Ray Waves. We had some good ones tonight. Rincones, Guzman, Hassel, McFarlane, Bolt, Bernabel, King, De Jesus, Yorkie, and Sims. Mounts, Green, Ford, Burkhalter, Freeland, Williams, Gutierrez, Vasquez, and DeAndre and Timar Johnson. There we go. There you have it. So we will get these all top loaded, straightened up, looking pretty for you all, and get it out to you ASAP. Again, I want to thank everyone. Have a wonderful night. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door, and we'll be back in 5 with Capstone. Bye.